Hey y'all, it's your girl J to J. Now, this episode was officially crazy, alright? And crazy again. And then crazy some more. Alright. So let's get it started. I was upset, y'all. I was mad. And I was happy. All in the same scene. That's what Tyler does. You happy, mad, and sad. All in the same episode. I'm tweeting Tyler about that. Alright. So we open up with Eddie. Now, Eddie is coming in with someone who he thinks is a streetwalker or something like this. Or somebody who don't mind getting down and dirty, coming home from a bar on the first date. Wasn't it even... Anyway, he brings a girl home. Okay, he tries to get with her. She's like, so what are we gonna do? He says, what you mean what we gonna do? And tries to grab her up. The girl is like, nah, like, what's your problem? I mean, and he's like, well, I mean, what are you talking about? What did you think this was? And she was like, well, I thought you liked me. He's like, I do. You got a nice butt and, some pretty nice stuff too. And then tried to touch her. And she was like, back up, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, I get it. You one of those girls that needs a little bit of foreplay. Gonna lay down on the bed. I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all didn't see that part, I can't talk about it. All right. It just involved something that I don't appreciate it. Anyway, so he was laying down like that. All right, that's if y'all don't get that, I can't even say that. He was like this, laying on the bed. Then the girl, I guess, was Julius's cousin. So, oh dang, I should have saved that for later. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. So anyway, so the girl was like, oh, okay, cool. And then so she opens the door, and Julius and the whole La Familia, as the Jedi calls them, they come in. Okay. And so when he's laying down there, he's like, what the heck is taking you so long? Julius comes and got the gun like this. Well, hello, Mr. Copper. And he gets up and he's looking like he just seen a freaking ghost. And what did he say? Hold on. Yeah. He says, so what are you waiting on, Julius? Like, just kill me. Just kill me. And no, wait a minute. Yep. He says, what? He says, I know your dad died, so just go ahead and shoot me. He's like, but not in the face. I came in here pretty. Just let me leave the same. He goes, wow, you really are a dirtbag. I mean, come on. So he's like, all right, come on, Julius, come on. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And then he's like, all right, brace yourself. So then he turns. All right. And actually, it cut to the little theme song. And they show everybody and then went to commercial. And then it came back. And then Julius shot, the clip was empty, so he's just messing with him at this point, and he's like, okay, I get it, you messing with me. He's like, well, stop playing, man, stop playing. Boom, did it again, the clip was empty. So then he was like, I think they call it a clip, yeah, I don't know nothing, I don't know, I mean, anyway, moving on, okay, so then Eddie's like, oh, I get it, so you just want to torture me. He was like, yup. He was like, well, let me know when you're ready. He was like, oh, we've been ready. He's like, all right, man, so just come on and shoot me. Just come on and shoot me. So he's like, kill me. I mean, kill me. I don't got. So he's like, nah, not today. Not today. We ain't gonna do it today. So Eddie's sitting up there looking like, what? Like, what you talking about? He goes, I need a favor. He goes, you need a favor from me? He goes, never thought I would, but yes, I do. Pulls out a picture. Bam, you know this girl? We got Esperanza in the picture. Claudia's also in the picture. He goes, yeah, I know that girl, and so do you. He's like, no, you idiot. I'm not talking about Esperanza. I'm talking about Claudia. No, he was like, I'm talking about the other one. He goes, Claudia? He's like, yeah, Claudia. What do you know about it? What do you know about it? All right? Yeah. He goes, I need her dead. Eddie goes, why? He's like, no. You don't get to ask no questions. All right? You just need to know I want her dead. It can't look... it can't look suspicious. It can't be a drug overdose. Can't be you hit her with a car. Can't be she got shot. Can you arrange that to be done? He goes, yeah, I can arrange that. But why? He goes, didn't I just say you can't ask no questions? So then he's like, what did he say? He was like, you're telling me her life means more to you than mine does? He was like, to be honest, your life don't mean nothing to me. But hers, you wouldn't believe how much it meant. And he's like, so are you going to take the deal? Or do we kill you? He goes, she's dead. So then he goes, so then Julius, shady, didn't think you were that smart, but I guess I was wrong. So then Eddie's like, but I need something too. So Julius is like, oh, your life that's not enough. He goes, I'm very thankful for my life. Acting like a little witch. You know what I'm saying? Like, bow down. That's why I like when Julius comes on, because that's when we get to see Eddie pretty much groveling and all of this. Not that I like to see people grovel, but Eddie needs to grovel. All right, I've decided I'm over it. Okay. All right, I can say grovel as many times as I want. The lawyers are telling me that I shouldn't say grovel that much. I'm fine. All right. Anyway, so then he's like, that dealer Quan, I need to know where he's at. I hit up all the little spots where the thugs would be at. He ain't over there. He's like, Julius goes, I think I might know where he's at. What, you want him dead? He goes, nah. I want him to, he was like, in exchange for this, I want him delivered to me. He goes, this ain't no negotiation. He was like, it's not a negotiation, man. It's just a request. The winching out on us. You know what I'm saying? I loved it. He's growling. So then Julius is like, he goes, a request. I like that. Makes you feel like a CEO. Then he goes, do you like poker? Eddie's like, yeah. Surprise, surprise. Taking people money. That's Eddie. That's Eddie. So then he's like, okay, well, you got to play the hand you're dealt. Then he goes, okay, I can get you Quan. But I also need you to take out I also need something with his mother. Then he goes, who is she? He goes, she's nothing but a low-life, gutter, hood rat. And so then he's like, so if I bring Quan to you, I'm going to bring her also. I need you to take them both out. Are you cool? He was like, so your life for 3. And then so he's like, do we have a deal? He was, what did he say? What's done is done or something like that. I forgot I don't know what Eddie said. Something, he said deal or something. No, he said done and done. And then so he gets up, shakes his hand, and he goes, so since you already paid for, the hooker, trying to call her a hooker, would you mind leaving her here? Julius was like, that's not no hooker. That's my cousin. You know what I'm saying? She in the corner looking mad than a mug. She's in a mean mug at him. You know what I'm saying? And then Eddie goes, oh, my apologies. I was like, okay, Tyler, listen, I love this, but I didn't appreciate the timing. All right, we should have gotten it earlier, and I'm calling Tyler. Oh, yeah, I'm getting the number from the Jedi, and I'm calling Tyler, because I'm just tweeting. It's not working, because he went act like he don't see my tweets. No, let me stop, y'all. I didn't appreciate it. All right, nah, this was it. Come on. So then he goes, my apologies. I'll just stick to killing. And then Julius goes, stick to killing. I like that. Leaves. When they leave, Eddie freaking he's got like a tray of cocaine, takes the cocaine and snorts it and is like, what did I just get myself into kind of thing. And I will tell you guys this, because this is where I get irritated. Because I will talk to my friend, because I don't have leeway for Eddie, y'all. I can't stand him. I will tell you the truth on that. I can't stand him. But even with villains, I like to get a bit of a backstory, because then it's boring to me. Okay, like, yeah, you're a bad dude, but what's behind that? Even if you watch a superhero movie, there's a villain. The superhero's like, what's your problem? Oh, well, me and your dad, we used to be scientists. I wanted this, he wanted that. I became an evil scientist, he did. So it's like, okay, that's why you became a villain, because he wasn't going what you wanted to do. Give us what we need. Because with Eddie, it's always like, okay, there's something that happened to him, clearly, which it leans toward the war, because that's what was hinted at in season 1. And a tiny bit in the early this season when he came to Esperanza's door crying. And then it just we get a little bit and then it's left no place, Tyler. Come on now, the show's amazing. The writing's over the top, on 10, 20, 30, 40. The writing's amazing, everything, acting great. But come on, Tyler, because it's just becoming like, okay, now Eddie keeps doing this, he keeps doing that. Okay, but that's what he always does, so I need a little bit more. All right, now the show's fantastic. I'm just saying. All right. My Uncle Tyler. Hey, Tyler. All right. Okay. Then we switch to the police station and we see Esperanza. And when I tell you Esperanza was on my last nerve tonight and last week, I'm so serious. I was furious. I'm serious. All right. I can't. Now, I'm Team Esperanza. Okay. That's the homegirl. I don't appreciate the tight clothing sometimes, but hey, she flaunting it. She flaunting what she got. Which all right, that's your prerogative. All right, that's your prerogative. So I'm Team Esperanza. Appreciate her. You know, she's sassy. She's a working woman. You know, she's a single mom raising a child. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. I don't appreciate this though. You're nosy, and it's okay to be nosy as long as you're getting the right information. Okay. With otherwise, if you're just being nosy and it's not right, the information isn't right, you're now gossiping, and then it's some BS. So let's get into it. We see Esperanza. First of all, went into the call center where Claudia was at, right? And I'm doing like this, y'all, because you know what I'm saying, with a black, no, I'm playing. All right. It ain't gotta be nothing but a race thing. It ain't gotta be nothing but that. All right. So we see Esperanza. She going into the call center. Claudia on the computer, you know, doing her job. Whoop-de-woo. Esperanza comes in, snaps in her face. She goes, "Come on, let's go." I was, I was getting a little excited for Claudia. Like, let me go ahead and calm down. Okay. All right. Yep, I'm good. Like that would be me if I was Claudia. All right. I'm thinking like Claudia. Okay, I just got the job. My boss is out of pocket, but I can't get out of pocket because she could, you know, put in something bad about me and all this. Anyway, so then Esperanza, you know, they get out there, they talking. What is going on? You know, she's yelling at Claudia. Are you sleeping with Lucian? What? Girl, I don't even know Lucian. What you talking about? Well, I didn't. You don't look like the type of woman where that kind of thing will stop you. Excuse me, Esperanza. What are you talking about? I walked in there and I saw y'all kissing. What are you talking about, Esperanza? We was not kissing. Oh, well, you could have fooled me. I saw you in this and the third. And you know what? I'm thinking that this isn't the job for you. She goes, oh, really? You gonna put... She goes, no, effective immediately. I'm going to recommend that you're taking off, just fired. And she goes, okay, well, if you do that, I have to put in some complaints about you. She goes, complaints about me? What you got to say about me? All right? And she goes, well, for starters with Eddie, how territorial you are of him. Like you're like a little animal protecting her prey or something. And then Esperanza's like, really? You're gonna go to the board about Eddie? I'm talking about how terrible you are at your job, and you're gonna go talk about Eddie to the board. And then with this Esperanza, you acting like you is jealous, because I wouldn't even. When she would have been like talking about Eddie, I would have been like, okay, and moving on. We're talking about you and your job. If Esperanza was going too far, when she said something about Eddie, she was like, girl, I don't care who Eddie see. I don't care who see. And then she goes, you're just jealous. And she was like, jealous of what? Jealous of what? Like, you don't have to do that because then you look jealous. I would have just been like, okay, we're not talking about Eddie. That don't matter. We're talking about you and your job and how you might be losing it because I might be going to the board. So, like, you got to be professional, Esperanza. And you came in with the attitude like, okay, I am a little bit jealous. I ain't trying to say nothing. So then, yeah, she was like, you gonna go to the board about Eddie for real? And she was like, nah, don't even do that. Because second of all, what we're talking about right now is how terrible you are at your job. You can't pick up a phone call. You don't know the language. You don't know the protocol. You said you worked this job for 6 years. You're lying. And then so she's laughing. And then so Claudia started laughing. So what did she say? Yeah, Claudia starts laughing. She said, okay, go ahead. Try it. Claudia's like, okay, go ahead and try and get me fired. See what happens. And then Esperanza goes, okay, well, thank you for the going ahead, and I will definitely do that. So she goes, all right, girl, be careful. She was like, girl, who do you think you are? And I'm thinking, is Esperanza the version of the female Eddie? Is she becoming female Eddie? Huh? Now, she's fierce. Okay, and that's our Latina sister. But, she doing too much for me. I've been over her for the past 2 weeks. I'm still Team Esperanza, but she's pushing me. Because even that stunt she pulled going to talk to Nana, let me go ahead and calm down. Calm down. All right. So she's like, whoa. What did she say? Dang it, y'all. I lost it. Yeah. She's like, girl, who do you think you are? And then she's like, if you go that route and try me, you'll see. And then she's like, and then goes into the office. I said, go ahead, Claudia. Then we switch to Alex. Now, Alex is on the phone talking to somebody. I'm guessing it was a lawyer. Yeah, it was. About the emergency hearing. And she goes, how much for the retainer? And they go, whatever the number was. And they go, do you have that? And she's like, no, I don't have that. No, I don't know any other lawyers to talk to. But thank you. Hangs up the phone. Then goes to the door. Hears a knock at the door. Opens it up. Is this the house of Brad and Alex Montgomery? Yeah. You've been served. Opens up the envelope at the door. Bam. Another subpoena. So then she's like, she calls up Randall. She goes, yo, I just got served again with another subpoena. He goes, oh no, but that's different. She goes, it's different? He goes, yeah, it's a lawsuit. Yeah, I'm suing Brad. And just acting like it's so, I'm done with him and Eddie. I'm done. Alright, I'm done. Oh yeah, so yeah. What are you suing Brad for? Oh, well, him hitting me and trying to shoot me. And, oh, even at the hospital, there are witnesses. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't. I don't want to say that word, y'all, because it's such a negative. I like to keep negative energy away from me, but I can't. There are plenty of witnesses at the hospital, so that's going to help me even further in the custody case. So she goes, why are you doing this? He goes, well, he messed with my wife. So she was like, and you mess with his. And he goes, yeah, I know, but and then he goes, yeah, I know. She goes, okay, so the rules don't apply to you? And he's like, but we didn't do that on purpose. We didn't do it on purpose. She goes, but we did it. So, and he goes, it doesn't matter anyway. I'm still going after him. You know, pretty much no matter what you say, I'm going after him. All right. I want his money. I want the business. I want the house. I already had his wife. Even his crappy car. And she goes, like, why are you doing this? You know we don't have a lot of money, so I don't understand what you're trying to do. And so he's like, are you calling to defend him or what? She's like, nah, like, you just need to, like, you need to stop this. You need to stop. You know, it's time. Because this is becoming ridiculous. You know, just trying to keep it one gosh dang 100. All right? Just trying to keep it 100. Oh, sorry, y'all. I heard something. And in the middle of this, I would like to thank my new subscriber. I woke up like this. Appreciate you. And of course, Mr. Rel C. He was actually one of my first subscribers over from the Jedi. And he was one of the people that first started getting the conversations going. Appreciate you, Rel C. My bad. I forgot you last week. But I got you covered this week, man. Thank you. Okay, so, and he also thinks Steven is a part of the Illuminati, y'all. I don't know. That's what Rel said. All right. And then he goes, oh, you want me to stop? You know, you want me to stop? He goes, then come over and, you know, whatever. He goes, oh, but wait a minute. You probably haven't been cleared by the doctor yet. Okay, that's cool. Just bring my son over and we're good. And then so he's like, hello? Because then she got quiet. He's like, Alice, I want my son. And there's nothing that you could do that's going to stop me. There's nothing that you can do. She goes, please, I'm begging you. He's like, I'll see you in court, sweetie. And hangs up the phone. All right. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. I don't want to say I'm feeling bad for Alex. I want to say that Randall has gotten more and more psychotic every week. I'm tweeting Tyler. All right. Then we switch to Kelly. Okay. Now she's pacing around, just acting like it's hot and all this. Oh, I can do it. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Goes and sits down on the couch. Here's a knock at the door. Goes to the door. It's the girl that was at Ramsey's house that she got mad at, and she didn't even ask who she was. But forget Ramsey, because he should have introduced her, but we got a little bit more clear on that. All right. So she's like, you know, hello. So Kelly got an attitude as soon as she opened the door. Hello, how can I help you? Well, Ramsey just sent me over to come get a wine opener. A wine opener? Yeah. Well, I don't have a wine opener. And what did she say to her? She goes, oh, okay. Well, he boxed all his stuff up. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, next time he needs a wine opener, tell him he can go down the street and drive and go get one himself. And is there something wrong with your shorts? Because I have a son in here and he doesn't need to see your behind. All right. Dang near. Wait a minute. And she goes, but I do not have a wine opener. Thank you. And slams the door in her face. Didn't appreciate this from Kelly. Because again, y'all, maybe do I need some explaining? Because I didn't think you could get hooked on somebody that quick. All right, now I ain't never been in a relationship before. But alas, I was like, Kelly, are you really this mad? Like, she was, and even if I don't want to get ahead of myself, she was really mad, like, that this girl could have been, you know, his girlfriend. And it wasn't, and I knew it wasn't. I wasn't even tripping off, because Trayvante knows. Trayvante knows, like, you don't go and pull that with me. You don't even be doing that, Trayvante knows that. I'm just saying, y'all. Kelly didn't act like, oh, I've known this dude for years and we've been dating and he got somebody over there. Like, It's not even official though. Like, y'all haven't proclaimed nothing. I can't with Kelly. I can't. Slams the door. Calls Esperanza. Girl, I need to talk to you. Girl, I need to talk to you too. Okay, girl, will you go first? Nah, girl, you go first. Okay. Nah, girl, you go first. You sound worse. Kelly start talking. Okay. Well, guess what? I went over there to Ramsey's house, and he had a girl up in there and everything. He ain't even introduced me to her or nothing. I walked in, got shorts. She had shorts on so short I could see her butt crack. This here go Esperanza. Girl, what? Are you serious? Yeah, girl. And he didn't even try and introduce. He didn't even say nothing. So I'm standing in the living room like I'm freaking invisible. Girl, what? And I get Ann sent the girl over here to get a wine opener. So I guess he was gonna give her the wine he was supposed to be giving me. Here, Esperanza, wine. What are you talking about? Yeah, girl. I went over there earlier today. He said he was gonna set up a picnic for me in his backyard. I told him I don't want it. I don't need it. Okay, I'll leave. Go home. That girl's over there. So then Esperanza's like, wait a minute, you left? She goes, yeah, and I guess he got so, turned up. He had the girl over there because I wasn't over there right at the moment. So she's like, okay, Kelly, just calm down. And so I'm thinking Esperanza gonna tell her something like, girl, you need to chill out or something. Nah. Because she was acting like she knew Kelly was acting strange. Like, wait a minute, girl, you left? So I'm like, what you about to say? And then she didn't even have nothing. I don't appreciate it, y'all. Esperanza is off her game, okay? She's off it. All right. So then, Esperanza started talking. Wait a minute. No. So then Kelly's really going in. She was like, she said, girl, this is some BS. She like, girl, just calm down. She really, she was like, I'm so mad in this. I'm like, dang, Kelly. So then here Esperanza chimes in. Girl, why are men so stupid? They're so dumb. And then here go Kelly. What did Eddie do this time? Nah, girl, it wasn't even Eddie. It was Lucian. She goes, Lucian? What are you talking about? I went to the locker room and him and Claudia were kissing. What? Wait a minute. Who was Claudia? Oh, girl, remember you were down. It's the girl. And it even sounded like she was hating on Claudia when she goes, the girl with the long black hair and the 911 operator. She's a witch. I don't like her. And it just sounded like she was hating, the girl with the long black hair. I was like, okay, Esperanza, really? I would have been like, girl, it kind of sounds like you hating from this side of the phone. Okay, that's what I would have. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Anyway, so she's like, I swear to God, she's like, I swear I seen them in there kissing. I swear I seen them in there. So then when she's giving the description to Claudia, she was like, girl, I think I know who that is. Was that the girl with the skin tight skirt on? Girl, the same kind of skirt Esperanza be wearing without the zipper in the back? Come on now. I ain't trying to shade Esperanza or Claudia. I'm trying to say they wear tight clothing. They're comfortable. They got stuff they want to flaunt it. Cool. So I ain't really appreciate Kelly trying to be like that. I'm like, oh, you mean the one who be wearing the same kind of clothes you do? Oh, yeah, her. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it one gosh dang 100. You my friend, let's talk. And then so Kelly's like, oh, she's like, what? They were kissing? She's like, are you sure? She's like, maybe it was innocent. She's like, oh, yeah. And what if I tell you that girl over there was Ramsey's sister? Girl, it was his. I don't want to get ahead of myself. We gonna get to that, y'all. We gonna get to it. And then so Esperanza's like, what do I do? Kelly's like, I don't know. She's like, what do you mean you don't know? I'm asking you. She was like, girl, did you understand that Alex and Marcy were mad at me simultaneously? And Esperanza's like, girl, that's because you didn't say anything to them. So, and then Kelly's like, nah, girl, they mad at that. Marcy was mad because I didn't say anything. Alex was mad because I was telling Marcy stuff. So either way, it's a lose-lose situation. She was like, well, I think I need to tell Natalie before she move in with the dude. And, so she has to start back at square one with the kids and this and the third. She's like, okay, girl, I guess you're right. So she's like, okay, cool. So you coming down to the Burger Fest with me? She's like, no, I'm not. She's like, yes, you are. You're coming down there with me so we can talk to her. She's like, no, I'm not. And I appreciated Kelly standing her ground on this because I would have been like, I'm not going down there. I didn't see anything. So I'm not going down there to say nothing. And Kelly did not back down. She said, nah, I'm not going down there. And Esperanza got mad. She's like, you're no freaking help. I got to go down there by myself. And she's like, okay, girl, well, call me. And she's like, I'm not calling you. You didn't even do nothing. And she's like, why can't we just all get along? Bye. Esperanza clicks off. Didn't appreciate that little attitude we was getting from her either. I didn't appreciate it. Because if I was Kelly, I would have been like, nah, you must have seen wrong. We talking about Lou. Then we switch back to the station. The cap calls in Eddie and Steve. The captain's like, so who's in my office messing with the database? So then Steve start, talking. He's like, does anybody have anything they want to say? My name is Edward and I don't give a dang. And then so then he goes, oh, Eddie, it was you. He's like, yes, sir. He's like, Steve, could you leave us? Steve leaves. They close the door. Eddie comes in. What were you doing? Listen, I was trying to run Claudia. He goes, well, I know that. He's like, well, what you don't know is Ulysses Scott came to me earlier talking about if I kill her, he'll give me my life. He won't kill me. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, man, there's something wrong with her. There's something wrong. He's like, even bigger. Washington, I've been getting phone calls about this all day since you punched her name, and Washington been calling me and this, that we got people calling us that we do not need investigating this station right now. And he's like, man, who is she? He's like, I don't know. So then he's like, man, I could take care of it. I could do it. He's like, don't. He's like, we don't need no more problems. We don't need no more problems. So then he's like, all right. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to do nothing. Just, he was like, don't do it. Don't take her down. Not here, Eddie. Not here. Okay, he leaves. I'm over it. Now that, for me, proclaimed, I've always thought the captain was dirty, but now I'm just like, you dirty. I'm over it. I've decided it. Then we switch to Lucian. Now, Lucian is entering Ramsey's house, and the girl is there. We find out that her name is Grace. And she goes, did Kelly... No. Lucian goes, did Kelly tell you that I wanted to rent the house? And, no. My bad. She brings Ramsey in. And he goes, oh, hey, Ramsey, did Kelly tell you I was thinking about renting out the house? And he goes, yeah, she did. Actually, she came over earlier. I got the paperwork printed out and everything. He goes, okay, well, did you get it ran by a lawyer? He's like, yeah, Grace is the lawyer. She's my cousin's wife, so she handles all the legal stuff. And Lucian's sitting there like, oh, really? Okay, that's cool. He's like, okay, so we're going to need a $1,500 deposit, and it's $1,500 a month for 1 month, and then the place is yours. He goes, good, Ben, because I got to get out of here today. I want to go to a hotel. I can't do this. It's just my mom. It's my mama. And he's like, so, like, are you sure? Hold on, y'all. Hello? Yep. What are you I was actually in the middle of a review. What do you think? I'm gonna call you back in like 20 minutes. Okay. Bye. Okay. Bye. My friend, y'all. She watches the show too, alright? But when I'm in the middle of a review, she real insensitive. I'm over it. But that's still my friend. Still over. Alright, I've decided it. Anyway. So then he's like, are you sure that you're just leaving because of your mom though? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, it looks like something else is wrong with you. And he goes, oh, the cop eyes. And he's like, well, it's just Kelly. He's like, what about her? He's like, well, she knows I'm into her. She flirts with me. I flirt with her. And everything's going well. And then, bang, she just goes cold. And he's like, well, can you think of why she may have done that? He's like, no, I really can't. He's like, I think you can. He's like, let's go back. He was like, well, she came over earlier today. We were outside talking. She was smiling. She came in. We were talking. She was smiling, laughing. And then Grace. And then Lucian is like, And then Ramsey goes, nah, it can't be. And he's like, and then he goes, to make matters worse, I sent Grace over there to get a wine opener. And Lucian is like, you did what? And then he's like, do you really think that she's really mad? He's like, yeah, man, And he's like, okay, Lucian, so why don't you look these over and I'm going to go over and talk to her. He's like, I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe you want to give her a couple hours to cool down. And he's like, okay, you're right. He's like, and why are women so... And they just start laughing, that bro talk. Lou leaves. All right. Then we switch to Kelly. Now, Alex comes to the door. And Kelly's where she's like, what? And then she goes, oh, sorry, Alex, I thought you were somebody else. And Alex is like, who? Because, she thought it was somebody. She was like, nobody. She's like, are you okay? Are you good? She's like, yeah, actually, I just have a doctor's appointment. It's unscheduled, but I need to run out to the doctor's real quick. And she's like, oh, do you want me to go with you? She's like, no, I'm fine. I was just wondering if you could maybe watch the baby. And she's like, oh, yeah, of course, And so they're just talking about the baby, and Kelly's holding the baby. She's like, there's nothing like holding a baby that can make you, just calm down. And she's like, yeah. And then she goes, well, I pumped, so he's got plenty of milk, but he should just sleep the whole time. And then, so she's like, okay, I gotta run. Leaves the baby with Kelly, dashes. Okay, so then we switch to the Burger Fast. This is where my life almost lost its life. Okay. Espinosa comes in. with no freaking evidence of anything. Okay, which I am mad at Natalie because my homegirl come to me talking about, yo, your dude has cheated. I believe her, but in this case, Natalie, don't believe her. Okay. Then we switch to the Burger Fest. Esperanza comes in to talk to Natalie. Oh, girl, I need to talk to you. Is everything okay? No, she goes, is Lucian okay? Because Esperanza was looking real sad. She's like, girl, Lucian is fine. Like, oh, girl, he doing everything. Nah, Esperanza, he ain't even doing nothing. Girl, I caught him in the locker room with Claudia. In the locker room doing what? Natalie, look, I don't know. It's just they were separating. It didn't look good, okay? It didn't look good. She goes, girl, that son of a, he just proposed to me. She goes, girl, what? She's like, girl, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. She goes, no. No, girl, maybe you shouldn't have said anything because you're in the wrong. That's not what she said. Natalie's like, no, girl, you were right to tell me. I mean, we were just about to buy a house. She goes, oh my God, like, how could he do this and everything? Just really believing her. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, y'all. She goes, okay, Natalie, just calm down because she's calling him the son of a witch and I can't believe him. And Esperanza's just like, calm down. What are you going to do? She's like, you don't know my mama. She goes, just wait till I get off work. And walks away like Lucian about to get beat down. And I'm over Esperanza. You know you ain't seen them in there kissing, so stop. You seen them hugged up. Now, I would have been like, what was y'all doing hugged up? Where did you get kissing, Esperanza? Where did you get that? I can't. If she ruins this is our black love, everybody. This is our black love. All right, we don't have Ramsey and Kelly yet, and the Jedi is like mixed feelings about that because he can't stand Kelly, and Trevante is my husband, so I'm mixed about that too. All right, but I'm just kidding. Look, everybody, and I just love Lucian and Natalie. Okay, so if Esperanza has ruined them, I can't. All right, then we switch to Kelly. Ramsey's knocking on the door, opens the door, comes in with Grace. He got Grace. She's like, what is she doing here? He's like, I think you owe her an apology. She came over here to ask you for a wine opener. She goes, I don't know her a daggone thing. Look, I'm tired. I'm babysitting. I don't have time for this. You need to go. And then she tries to be like, Kelly, she goes, girl, I don't know you, boo, so you don't even need to be saying my name. And then she looks at Ramsey. She's like, see, this is why this isn't going to work out for you, Ramsey. And she leaves, slams the door on her. Turns to Ramsey. What did he say? Sorry, y'all. He goes, what's your problem? What's your problem? She goes, you sent her over here for a wine opener and you don't even see why I would be upset. He goes, no, I get that. Lucian came over and talked to me. She goes, Lucian, no, you should have been understood. When I walk in there and I see a girl in there with whole shorts on and you don't even have the nerve to introduce me to her, he goes, Kelly, stop, because I don't even think like that. She goes, think like what? He's like, I didn't even think to introduce her to you, honestly. She was there for business. She goes, what business? What business? He goes, Kelly, stop. I'm a man who does not lie. I always tell the truth. And I'm especially not about to lie by omission. So for you not to believe me when I'm telling you, that makes me upset. And she goes, oh, please. He hands her the documents. Bam. What's this? Oh, these are the documents that I put up for Lucian. So, he could try and get the house. My cousin was nice enough to send his wife over because she's a lawyer and agreed to do everything for free 2 days in a row and help me out with everything while I'm getting moved out of the house. So next time you want to be misjudgmental, Kelly, make sure you have all your facts straight and all your facts in line. Bam. Know the whole story. Peace. And he leaves and she's stuck with the boot. And I got to say, Kelly had it coming to her. She had it coming. She had it coming. All right. I'm over it. Now, Kelly could be my homegirl. All right. Besides when she hurt the Jedi, that's the big brother right there. But this, if I was her, let's keep it 1 gosh dang 100. I wouldn't have said anything right then and then when I would have seen that girl. Seen them later on. Listen, I know it's none of my business. I would just like to know who's the young lady who was in your house. Done. It's not a pride thing. It's a conversation. And me, honestly, if you getting that mad, okay, I didn't already assume that's his girlfriend or whatever. I'm not gonna say nothing to you. I'm not gonna be mad about it. I ain't gonna be sad. I'm gonna be happy. I can move on to the next thing in my life. because apparently you have somebody and you were stringing me out. If that's what I would have thought, that wasn't the case. I'm just saying, even if you were to think that, handle it like that, when you get mad and rah, 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 and get the heck out, and he looking at you like, what is your problem? I can't. Then we switch to Lucian. At the convenience store, he's asking the guy, he goes, he asked the guy first, can you come outside? Ask him about the tape, have you seen anybody coming by for this tape? No. He goes, are you sure it was this guy who came by for the tape? Shows him a picture of Pete. Yeah, me and my wife saw him. Do you have another copy? No, my wife gave him the last copy. Okay, he was like, Lucian was like, okay, thanks, about to leave. The guy goes, should I be worried? He goes, what are you talking about? He's like, well, you're the third officer to come looking for this. He goes, is this the other guy? Pulls up a picture of Eddie. Yeah. Okay, he like, and is this the other guy? Short, bandaged hand, black hair? Nah, he was tall, eyes like a deer. He's like, I have the footage. He goes, can you show it to me? He's like, you can't have it though. He's like, well, you just be doing enough just showing it to me. He goes, okay. They go in there, look at the thing. Then we switch back to the police station. Captain sees Eddie walking, calls him in the office. Yo, Baltimore just called me. Eddie apparently knew that was something. He was like, what the heck? He goes, we got an undercover in the station. They're investigating all the killings we've had in the last year or something. All the rookies on the wall. And he goes, yo, do you think it's Claudia? He was like, but why in the heck would they put her in the 911 center? And Eddie goes, it makes perfect sense to me, Cap. We would never suspect her. And he goes, look, I got it. I can handle it. He goes, Eddie, if you mess this up, she could topple us all. He goes, Cap, I got it. He's like, all right. He goes, I got it. Leaves. I'm over him. All right, let me see here. Then Lucian comes back to the station. He calls and he talks to Andrew. About to say something to him. He's like, Andrew, locker room. He goes, Lucian. He goes, locker room, now. They're talking, shows him the picture. Bam. What are you doing at the convenience store, huh? You was there looking for the tape, wasn't you? What was you doing? He goes, Lucian, I don't got it. He was like, but why were you looking for it? Look, Lou, we both rookies. We shouldn't even be talking about this. Look, either you gonna tell me what I need to know, or I'm going into internal affairs and your name will be the first one coming out of my mouth. Trust and believe me. You will be the first name. Can I trust you? You ain't got no other option. Alright, look. I just found out Ben is on drugs. Also, I just found out Ben makes all the drops and some pickups for Eddie. Lucian is like, okay, kind of like, okay, we already knew this. This is nothing. What does this have to do with anything? The other day they was down there trying to kill Pete. How do you know that? Why else would they be down there? Pete covers the thing for Ben. Ben covers the shift, watching out for Pete. He goes, come on, Lou. The only reason Pete is still alive is because my girlfriend, the nurse Tina, is down there watching him. He's like, all right. He goes, them officers in the fallen line of duty out there, that's not a memorial for them. That's Eddie's freaking wall of fame. So he's like, okay, how about that? He's like, I think I should go to IA, Internal Affairs. He's like, nah, don't do that. He was like, okay, then what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm scared for my life, pretty much. He's like, look, here's what we gonna do. You gonna report to me, I'm gonna report to you, we gonna report to each other. He's like, and nobody's gonna know about these conversations. Nobody's gonna know. So he's like, all right, man, what do we do in the meantime? He's like, look, calm down. I have something. I got a plan. He's like, well, whatever you gotta do, just do it fast before we all end up on that wall. Me, you, Pete, and whoever else. He goes, that's not gonna happen. That's not an option. All right, you could leave. Andrew leaves out. Calls. Here you go, Larry Lamont, 56768. Yeah, I have 2 other things you need to know about. Okay. Then we switch to Alex's parents. Alex is rolling up on scene. Remember, she told Kelly she had to go to the doctor. And I already knew when she wrote it, I was like, please don't tell me she about to pull this rape card. I don't appreciate it, but the little black dude with the white... okay, never mind it, Charles. Never mind. I didn't say that. That was somebody else. My twin came in. Moving on. All right. So he goes, what are you doing here? She goes, Daddy, I have a problem with my neighbor. He won't leave me alone. And her dad looks like he's about to freaking kill somebody. Bam. Cuts off right there. I'm over it, y'all. Next week is the 90-minute finale. So we're going to see what that has in store. Once again, shout out to Rel C. Of course, the Jedi. Attorney Mom. I Woke Up Like This. Erica Dobbs. Appreciate you. I feel like I'm forgetting people. Thank you to all my subscribers, y'all. My numbers are going up each week. and I really appreciate it. Especially thanks to the Jedi. Again, big thanks to Rel C, one of my first viewers, I believe. First started getting the conversation started here. I appreciate you, Rel. All right, y'all. It's your girl J to J. Be safe. Be breezy. Peace.